I think that the impeachment proceedings will be watched very carefully by our people. But if you ask for my personal opinion, I really think that even if President Estrada is acquitted, it will not make any difference to a large number of our people. It will only mean that the impeachers did not have enough numbers to impeach him. But as to whether an acquittal in this impeachment case will restore the confidence and trust of the Filipino people in Estrada, I doubt that very much. So I think that if he is acquitted, the demonstrations will be bigger.
But sir, they were saying that this will be judged based on the evidence presented and not on the mere votes number of votes.
Okay, I think that we have here a schizophrenic situation where you have senators who are partisan taking an oath as jurors. So in a sense, they are occupying two positions here. It's going to be a very, very difficult position to be in. Because on the one hand, you cannot simply erase the fact that senators are members of political parties. They have their affiliations and loyalties. Many of them are regarded as belonging to the political forces of the president. Therefore, in that sense, they are being counted upon to vote for the president, regardless of the evidence. On the other hand, there is this view that now they will be wearing the hat of members of a jury. Members of a jury are, in those societies where you have the jury system, are normally quarantined. They're not even allowed to read newspapers so that they won't be biased in the appreciation of the evidence and so on and so forth. You're not supposed to know the person who is accused or being charged, because then your bias might show and might color your own decision. I don't think that you can have that situation here, because the reality is that these senators, in fact two of them, Senator Osmeña and Senator Erap, are in effect also accomplices in this, because they accepted 1 million peso balato from Governor Singson, supposedly from President Estrada. By no means, no matter how powerful the evidence to the contrary is, I think that it would be very difficult for Osmeña and Erap to vote against the president in this particular case. So what I'm saying is that the veneer of impartiality and the whole drama of a jury system is meant to legitimize what is essentially a partisan political exercise. But does that mean that the entire impeachment process is going to go to waste? I don't think so. Because the fact of the matter is that the Filipino public will be carefully, vigilantly, and militantly watching everything in the Senate. What it means is that even if the senators themselves may not be serious in weighing the evidence for or against convictions, the Filipino people will be assessing the evidence by the light of their own notion of what is reasonable. Because that, after all, is the theory of a jury. That there is a perspective of the reasonable person that is being followed here. So, it is not alone the senators who will be passing judgment on the president. More importantly, it is the entire nation that will be passing judgment on the president. And that you cannot deny. That is a separate decision from whatever decision the Senate is going to have.
It's like the whole country.
The whole country is now sitting as a jury, I think. And hopefully the proceedings will be televised. Or videos as the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee here were available to the general television. we can keep this process transparent. But what I'm saying that there is a contradiction here between the Senate in its role as a partisan political force, and now the senators swearing an oath to be neutral members of a jury, as to whether such a role can easily override their partisan character. I really don't know. My guess is that they cannot. On the other hand, we can apply sufficient public pressure upon them so that mangingibabaw yung role nila as judges. But if you ask me personally, I have a pessimistic view about that. I don't think that it will happen. And I am not encouraged by statements like those recently given by Miriam de Consor Santiago, that the President already has 8 critical mass people. That's all you need in order to block an impeachment. That does not inspire any hope that the Senate can possibly play the role of an impartial, unprejudiced, sustained public pressure if necessary in order to compel the resignation of President Estrada. Because I don't think anything else will. If the major institutions of our society, the schools, the parishes, the churches, the business community, unite to tell the President, look, Mr. President, whether or not you are acquitted is no longer important to us. The fact of the matter is that you've lost the trust and confidence in this man. You have failed as a leader. And therefore, it is bad right for you to resign. Do not wait to be impeached. An impeachment process can take a long time. We don't know how long it will take. And as it progresses, our economy may die.